Hello there and welcome back to my channel. I'm Nikki Eyebrow and I'm a fitness coach of over 35 years. I predominantly and specifically look after people over the age of 40. So if that's you and you've happened along to this channel, please do give this video a thumbs up and come on over and subscribe. Today we are working the upper body, and yes, in the background there is a doll's kind of house and the edge for paddling pool. But we're at home and this is the reality of working out at home. So I'm going to show you some exercises that you can do that will really help to make a difference to this area. Here we go. Please do make sure that you're warmed up properly. So if you know that you need additional warming up, please do take it and watch for these exercises. Make sure that they are suitable for you. Never do anything that you're not comfortable with. I'll give you lots of options as we go along. Should we go? I'm going to pop this down to make sure as I come back, let's see. Yeah, make sure that you can see me. So what we're going to do, we're going to start off with a warm-up for the upper body. So body weight exercises just mean, so this is what predominantly I use. So it means you're going to use your body weight. So you never really bulk the muscle, you'll just shape and define. We're going to do some weightless arm toners also. So these are like your warm-up to get some movement through the upper body, and then we'll go down into our arms. Let's go. So what I'd like you to do is just bend your knees. We're going to take a little tuck of the pelvis and do make sure that the arms are warm. So all I want you to do is just circle your shoulders back a little bit. And then a couple of deep breaths. And all that does really, as you're breathing in, is going to make you quite present on your mat. So just to ease away anything that's so far in your day so that we can focus on what we're doing. And then just a little roll of our shoulders here. And then if it's comfortable for you, you're going to begin like you're doing a backstroke. Nice and slowly. You can bend your elbows, you can make the arms straight, so it's entirely up to you how you feel. Good. Nice big breaths, and then once again we're going to take a little swing here. Now can you see that I'm just starting to bend a little bit through my knees, and particularly as we age, the very weak joint that we've all got here down in our wrist, so we want to make sure that that's okay before we put some weight on it. So all I want you to do is circle out your wrist, take it out towards your shoulders, and then circle to come back down. And back to your little swing. So again, you're just bending the knees. We don't want it to stay too static, but we do want to make sure upper back, shoulders, triceps, everything is nice and supple and malleable before we continue. Again, just a circle out through your wrists, bringing yourself up to shoulder height, coming down, and then give your wrists a little bit of a shake. Breathe in, nice big full circles now, big full circles. That's it. And you've got another 4. Don't worry if you hear clicks and clunks, I can hear that too. Last 2. One more. And then again, just a little swing here. If you know that you've got a little bit of a joint tension here, I'd like you to repeat this, yeah, and just give those wrists a little bit of a shake out for me. So we're ready to go up with a warmer that's going to start to work already through the upper body. So separate your feet a little. I'm going to turn to the side. We're going to lean forward, but try not to arch your back. So nice and flat through your back. Going to turn your palms towards the back of you. And I want you just to push, push, push. Now remember that we are warming up here, but we're starting to warm up through our triceps. What I would want you to avoid is swinging forward and backwards like that. It's a very different feeling, back and back. And also when we work the arms, what tends to happen is the shoulders come up. So I want you to really push your shoulders down into their sockets. Last 8, 7, 6. Good. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Once again, nice big, deep circles there with your shoulders. And then once again, so we're leaning slightly forward, engage through your core, hands behind you. Now this time we're going to turn the palms, turn back, then forward. So we're going to go back, forward, back, forward. Now what that does is just rotating the shoulder this way. So go back, forward, back, forward. You've got another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Little swing forward and backwards. So can you feel already you're starting to feel a little bit of work through your shoulders? Deep breath. So what I'd like you to do now, bend your knees. Again, little scoop underneath, engage through your core. Bring your arms out like so. Don't let your elbows drop up. I want you just to pulse here. Now, as you're pulsing, imagine that your shoulder blades are squeezing together at the back. And we're keeping those shoulders, again, down into their sockets. Another 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Bringing your elbows together and out. Now, as you're doing this, imagine that you've got resistance. So you've got like a band that you've got to really push against. So it's not just like this. And again, are you still pulling in from your core? Because all your focus now is on that upper body. Is your elbows starting to drop? Try and keep your elbows up for me. 8, warming up more in the shoulders, into the chest. 4, 3, 2. Now keep your elbows up. Just drop your hands down, elbows up, and then I want you to pull. So really just hook, lift up your elbows behind you. Keep your shoulders down. 10, 9, 8, feeling your shoulders down. 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're going to turn. So we're going down, up, down, up. Important now that we keep that bend, that softness through the knee. Keep breathing. I know you're going to feel your shoulders. Another 10, 9, 8, 4, 3. Stay with me if you can. Elbows up, elbows together. Now try and keep your elbows together. Little pulses here. Breathe, breathe, breathe. So starting now to travel down the shoulder here until when you get that lovely shape and definition. 10, 9, 8, 7. You can do it. 3, 2, 1. Elbows out. So we're going to bring palms together, back down, up, down, up. So use resistance. Can you see here? I'm not really doing anything. My arms are just moving, but I want you now to create your own resistance. Pull down, pull down. Can you bring them shoulders down a little more? Another 10, 9, 8, 7. It's lovely and warm out today. 4, 3, 2. Once again, elbows up, shoulders down. Together, little pulses. So don't forget that core here. So keep pulling in. 10, 9, 8, 7. So we've got weightless here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, can you feel your shoulders? Little release out. Nice big swings. We're going to come down onto our mat now. So I'm going to turn to the side. Wherever you are, make sure you've got a little bit of cushioning for your knee. As we come down, bring your hands down and just go into a deep dish here of cat-cow. But what this cat-cow, what I want you to do is get used to pushing, get some weight in your hands. If, as your weight goes down, if you need to just slightly change your hand positioning, please do so. Again, just give your shoulders a little bit of chance to recover here before we put some weight. Now, what I want you to do, flatten your back. So you're neither arched nor rounded. So you flatten your back, spread your fingers, come down into a small press up and then push off your mat, lift and bring your hands out. So dropping down, small press up, push and lift. Dropping down, small press up. So it's the actual push off that we're going to work through triceps, we're going to work through our chest and back down. Now, if you feel, I can do a little bit more, Nikki, you can come a little bit further here. So you're almost going into like a half press up, push, and then go back down. Big push. If you think, no, that's not for me, and you want to stay with your box press up, push, because you feel that you can maintain your form and your technique, please do, yeah? So last 8. Good. So I like to do kind of something in between. Push, because I feel that I can actually get that push off. When my body comes too far forward, I feel like I'm going to arch my back too much. Can you feel this? Last 4. Big push. Last 3. Push. 2 more. Push. Last 1. Good. Push. Now sit yourself back. Breathe. Nice elongated, so we don't want to slouch. Lift up, arms together. So remember our little prayer pulses. 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relaxing now. Have a look at your mat. Lift up, step your right foot forward and come up into a lunge for me. And you're probably thinking, why are you lunging if it's lower body? Because we want to keep our heart rate up. So we're going to take little tiny pulses here. Hands behind. So do you remember in the beginning, lean forward, arms behind you. Pulse, pulse, pulse. So yes, you've got a little bit on that lower body, but I predominantly want you to focus on the movement that is pushing backwards. 10, 9, 8. So this is just going to keep our heart rate up. 2, 1. Coming down gently. Use your hands if you need to. Retract. Roll your shoulders. Opposite leg. So left leg goes forward. Climb up. So take a bend through your knee. Make sure that the lunge feels comfortable for you. Hinge forward. Hands behind. Now we're going to cross, cross, cross. So can you see here from the back? We're crossing, squeezing as much as we can. A little tiny dip through our knees. 8, 7. Last 4, 3, 2. Now stay here. Hands down. Downward dog. Give your shoulders a stretch. Now stay here. Don't worry If I'm doing something, you think, I can't do it like that. Just do it. Just adapt all these exercises to suit your body. I'm going to do a little bit of a pike here. So again, make sure that you feel comfy with your hands. Maybe change your hand positioning a little bit. Bring your knees in, pull in through your core, let your head relax. I want you to bend your elbow and push off. Bend, push off. So imagine the top of the head is aiming towards your hands. Now you can do it really small, you can do it bigger. Entirely up to you how you feel. 8, 7, 6, 5. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Give yourself a stretch. So sitting the weight back. Maybe a little bit of movement here so that we're not too static. But remember, we can't spot reduce, but the more we move the body around, consuming those calories, the more likely we are to persuade the body to tone, if you like. Couple of breaths, hands flat. So here's your choice now. You can come into a half plank. So if you don't like too much weight in your hands, you've got that option. If you are comfortable with the plank, please do take it. Breathe. So wherever we are, I'm going to show you the option 1. All we're going to do is tap forward and behind, forward and behind. Or if you're in full plank, you might want to make it smaller. 8, 7, 6, 5. You may even want to go down. 3, 2, 1. Dropping down. Sit back to rest. So yes, again, we're capitalising on with plank. We're pulling in through the core. We've got some work in the back, a little bit more work in the shoulders and the triceps. We're ready to the opposite. So choose your variation, forward and backwards. Maybe you want to start off small. Maybe you want to start off more intense. Widen your feet if that helps. We've got another 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Turn your hands up and just wiggle. Spark out your fingers for a moment. Ooh. We're ready. So again, we're going to take a little bit of movement. Knees are wide. We're going to go into a very narrow press up, which is great for toning through the triceps. So hands a little bit more narrow. Take your weight back. Lean back and then round your spine. Tricep as you push up. So coming back. Now you can do this nice and slowly. And I don't mind how far you dip, as long as we're not like this. As long as you're keeping your elbows in. The more you get used to this, you're going to go down a little lower and push off a little more for me. So again, you can see we're keeping the body moving. We're getting some elasticity there, in through the hips as we're moving them forward and backwards. Try not to arch your back for me. Now, remember, the reason I keep saying about your breathing is oxygen to your muscles, so it's really important. Don't hold your breath. 4 more. Last 3. Last 2. We are nearly there. 1 more. Good. And then swing your feet around. You're nearly there. You're doing so good. Take a moment. Give yourself a little bit of respite through your arms. And now we're going to take the hands behind us. So spread your fingers, shoulders back, chest up. Take your feet slightly wide apart. I want you to come up into a reverse table. So what we're trying to avoid is that. Can you see my shoulders fall? So pull your shoulders back, chest up. You don't have to do anything other than this. Breathe. If you feel able to, you can bring your feet a little closer together and you can extend your right leg. Squeeze your upper arms together. 8, 7, shoulders back. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay here if you can. Lift up a little higher. Opposite leg if you're able to. 8, 7, 6. Last 4, 3, 2. Well done. Release. Come out again. Give your wrists a little bit of a shake through. We're now going to go on the elbow, so we give the wrist a little bit of chance to recover. So we're going to prop down, but watch we're not like this. Yeah, so chest up. Push off. So you're going to go down, push off. Down on your elbow, push. Now, if you think that's enough for me, if I don't want any more, it's fine. If you feel able to, push into your reverse table. Push. Come on, we've only got a little bit to go now. We're nearly finished. Down and push. Down and push. And we've got another 8 to go. Oh, last 7. You can always simplify. Last 6. Breathe. Are you with me for the last few? Last 4. Lift, lift, lift. 3. Nearly there. 2. And then 1 more. And now I want you to stay. Come on up with me. Hold. Take your legs a little wider. Hold, 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 hold. Reverse plank. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. And relax. Take a shake out of your hands. And make sure now that we're stretching. So maybe come onto your knees as we did in the beginning. Just take a little swing so that we're just sweeping away any little pockets of tension. Hands a little release. Give those wrists a little bit of a chance to recover. And thank you so much for joining me. So just a little bit of a different flow, going from standing to warm up, coming down onto the floor. So hope you enjoyed that. Again, please do give this video a thumbs up. Come on over and subscribe. And I'm going to be showing you lots more exercises that you can do at home. See you soon.